there's a giant group of lined up fans that booed me.
There are a lot of perks that come with being a celebrity.
For myself in all different areas.
And you might think finding success at a young age would make things easier, but being a child star comes with its own set of challenges, especially in today's Hollywood. Millie Bobby Brown. It's no surprise that the multi-talented Millie Bobby Brown has taken Hollywood by storm. She's modeled for big brands like Calvin Klein and Montclair, appeared in music videos for songs such as Girls Like You and In My Feelings, and of course, she's an amazing actress. That's a lot of accomplishments for a 15-year-old. Millie admits that sometimes the constant scrutiny can be difficult to take.
I'm being watched by everyone, and basically every move I make is being watched by everyone.
Unfortunately, some quote-unquote fans watching Millie have trouble remembering she's still a young teen. Retired NBC executive Mark Sington shared a photo of then 13-year-old Millie and described her as grown up. Yikes! Mark and others have been accused of viewing Millie inappropriately, considering her young age. Former child star Mara Wilson of Matilda fame wrote an op-ed piece for Elle magazine, calling out this bad behavior, which made her, quote, sick and furious. Apparently, she had to deal with a similar situation growing up in the spotlight. The invention of social media has made it even easier for people to share their unhealthy views towards young stars. Jojo WA. Dance Moms star Jojo WA doesn't have to worry about people treating her like she's older than she is. Quite the opposite. 16-year-old Jojo is constantly criticized for not acting her age and presenting a youthful appearance. While her young fans love her sparkly fashion and big bold bows, other people have harshly told her to grow up. She has resorted to blocking trolls on social media who can't keep their comments on her style to themselves.
You know what? With the click of a button, I can just eliminate one little annoyance. Might as well do it.
According to Jojo, she's not putting on an act. She's just being authentic.
Because I just don't understand why, when you're 15, are you trying to be 22?
Even Justin Bieber couldn't resist criticizing Jojo when she happily shared a picture of her new BMW convertible. He commented, "Burn it." Not once, but 3 times. Later, he clarified that he was just trying to insult her car and not Jojo herself. Thankfully, Jojo took it in stride, joking that he'd be forgiven if he performed at her 16th birthday. Lexi Rave. Lexi Rave had the opportunity to appear in the billion-dollar blockbuster Avengers Endgame, but soon realized that fame can come with a dark side. Apparently, some quote-unquote fans feel entitled to autographs and don't understand that sometimes it can be overwhelming for child stars.
I'm only 7 years old.
When Lexi didn't have time to stop and pose with fans, they started harassing the young girl and her family online.
I don't know why you need to get mad at us because we're not available.
Even though Lexi's still a child, she understands that she's still a person, something a lot of Endgame fanatics don't seem to get.
You expect me to be a robot? Because I'm not a robot.
Lexi's mother, Jessica, was forced to make an Instagram post begging people to stop bullying her daughter and to keep their opinions to themselves.
Bye. Love you 3,000.
Mackenzie Hansen. Mackenzie Hansen plays young Kate Pearson on the show This Is Us and admits that sometimes even she needs to take a lesson from Kate.
And she even inspired me to be more out there and just to help support everything.
Modern shows don't shy away from topics like body image and weight, but these scenes can be difficult to film, and they take their toll on her. Mackenzie even admits that sometimes she can't stand to watch them afterwards when she has difficulty filming. But because This Is Us is so popular, she feels a lot of pressure to be a role model for others. Although this definitely adds difficulty to her career, Mackenzie is determined not to let it bring her down. She does her best to embrace her role and, quote, make the world a better place. Hanna Ziegler. Photo editing apps can make posting the perfect selfie a lot easier, but according to This Is Us star Hanna Ziegler, they can also make things a lot harder. Growing up, Hanna admits she was often teased about her appearance, and as she grew older, she became increasingly self-conscious. She says that the rise of social media and photo manipulation means that she's often held to standards that are simply unrealistic. Hanna has to fight not to compare herself to pictures of other people, and claims getting bogged down by online pics, quote, makes you forget that you have a beauty of your own. According to Hanna, Hanna, many fans relate to her character Kate, and they're not alone.
I feel like we're all one of those people. Like, I've had my own insecurities.
Maddie Ziegler. Former Dance Mom star Maddie Ziegler is used to putting on shows in front of huge audiences, but that doesn't mean it's easy for her. Maddie admits to having confidence issues when she's performing, but says living life in the public eye can be a challenge. Things aren't always as perfect as they appear, and Maddie finds herself worrying about people picking apart her talent and her appearance on social media. As she's gotten older, she's learned that the best way to combat these issues is by keeping things private.
And I feel like so much is already out there in the open that there has to be some that I want just for myself.
Wolfhard. Wolfhard has learned the hard way that it isn't always easy to turn down a request for an autograph. Since Stranger Things is incredibly popular, some fans don't know how to take no for an answer and react angrily if he doesn't have time to stop and chat.
There's a giant group of lined up fans that booed me.
He's also had huge issues with people not understanding boundaries while he was filming the first It movie.
When I got followed back from my friend Jack's house.
A couple tracked him to his house and didn't understand why he found their behavior creepy. Finn isn't happy about this kind of thing, and he's not staying quiet about it. He tweeted that, quote, real fans wouldn't harass his friends or coworkers. The fact that this even needed to be said is pretty ridiculous. But because fans have easier access to stars on social media, they seem to feel more entitled to their time. Thankfully, his co-stars have his back too. When Stranger Things enthusiasts accused him of being rude and heartless, Shannon Purser stepped in to call him, quote, an incredibly kind person. She also pointed out that even actors need a break sometimes, and they're not obligated to stop for anyone.
No, guys, I'm sorry. You followed me back to my house. I'm leaving.
Marseille Martin. Not only is Marseille Martin an actress, but she became the youngest executive producer of a major film thanks to the comedy Little. But according to Marseille, she's done making firsts in the industry. Instead, she hopes to inspire even younger kids to step up and move forward by bringing fresh ideas to the big screen. Yet, her road to success wasn't easy, and she admits that for a time she was in a dark place. She was putting so much pressure on herself, and even today, she has to cope with feelings that she isn't good enough to make it. However, she's not giving up and has a plan for moving forward.
I think it's just taking it one step at a time. I want to just keep on creating things that I love.
Elsie Fisher. 8th grade actress Elsie Fisher opened up in an essay for Teen Vogue about her struggles with mental health.
Yeah, I feel like younger me spent a lot of time caring too much about other people and maybe not caring enough about herself.
Elsie says she grew up feeling like an outcast, and her brain, quote, was in constant turmoil. For a time, she was too young to describe her feelings, but looking back, realizes she was trying to cope with serious depression and anxiety. Being in the spotlight made her feel compelled to say that everything was all right, even when she was suffering. Despite still suffering from panic attacks, Elsie claims she's on the road to recovery and is trying her best to be patient with herself during this process. Skye Jackson. We all know that Skye Jackson is a great actress, but is she too good? According to Skye, one of her big problems is being seen as herself and not her Jessie character Zuri. At first, she was angry at fans confusing her and Zuri, but now she appreciates that fans have such a connection to her character. She does her best to stand out as her authentic self, and this has been an especially hard adjustment.
I never wanted to be in the spotlight. I just kind of wanted to be in the back with everyone else.
Growing up, Skye was the frequent target of bullies who teased her for being short and looking younger than her true age. She wants her fans to know that just because she's famous doesn't mean she hasn't gone through a lot of typical childhood challenges. This motivated her to write Reach for the Sky, how to inspire, empower, and clap back, which gives her fans advice on dealing with bullies both in person and online. Sophia Lillis. When Sophia Lillis tried out for the part of Beverly Marsh in the movie It, the studio told her that she wasn't girly enough for the role. She had to get hair extensions to present as more stereotypically feminine. But director Annie Muschietti let her cut them off almost as soon as cameras started rolling. Pretty sneaky plan. Sophia says she relates to Beverly's life as a loner because, quote, I don't push people away because I don't want to be hurt, but I don't talk to other people normally. Sophia knows what it's like to feel picked on, and even though the It films are scary, she hopes they give people hope that they can get through anything.
I wish that this movie would give people hope.
Brooklyn Prince. Like many kids, Brooklyn Prince grew up idolizing her mother. But her other hero is none other than Wonder Woman actress Gal Gadot. She claims that movie showed her that women can do anything they set their minds to, and she hopes her performances get that message across. At times, Brooklyn feels slighted because of her age and says she has to work twice as hard to be taken seriously by older people. She admits that it's a challenge to not care what others think, but she's intent on using her platform for good. Bella Ramsey. Bella Ramsey is known for her role as Lyanna Mormont on Game of Thrones, but her biggest challenge in real life isn't an army of White Walkers. Instead, it's being able to talk about her mental health and feeling overwhelmed by what's going on around her. She knows it's a struggle that lots of kids face, and that's why she's become an ambassador for Young Minds, a charity which focuses on providing support for kids going through difficult times. Bella admitted on Twitter that she had gone through a battle with anorexia and wants to let her peers know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Storm Reid.
A lot of people want us women to conform to what society wants us to look like or what they want us to be.
Storm Reid admits that it's hard to be her authentic self in the entertainment industry. She feels a lot of pressure to conform to a certain image, but she refuses to let herself compromise on her principles. Storm is a big believer of acting her age, instead of trying to appear older to appease fans. Her mother helped her found the #Bamazing organization, which encourages other young women to remain positive and love themselves just the way they are. Sadie Sink. Sadie Sink loves being a part of the Stranger Things cast, but admits that it makes her feel obligated to spend more time online. Managing a social media account keeps her connected with fans, but Sadie says it often leaves her feeling left out of real-world interactions. She struggles to balance her time in the real world with her online obligations, and knows many people in her generation feel the same way. Although they have access to new technology, she claims they also have to deal with problems like cyberbullying and an increased pressure to perform. What do you think about the challenges today's child stars have to face? Do you think they have it better or worse than stars of previous generations? We want to know what you think in the comment section below, and then click on the subscribe button to get access to more of the latest and greatest videos from us here at The Taco. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.